Athletic Director Mindy Johnson would like to thank the following: the Touchdown Club, the Palm Squad Club, the High Note Club, the Chain Crew, the Hensons and Caroline Cullen, the officials, the gate workers, our awesome SROs. We could not do this without all of you, and we thank you.
We are streaming live here from Danny Durham Field as we have the game of the week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's a rivalry. The past two region champions from 2022, Northside, and from 2023, Harris County. It's Thrift Barringer, it's Rick Beach. It's a dynamic duo ready to call some awesome high school football. Rick Beach, are you excited about this? How about a Saturday afternoon high school football?
Yeah, you always want it. You see the backdrop looks a little different. The water tower with the beautiful blue sky, the clouds. It's a great day for some football. Nice, cool feel to the air.
Yep.
We're ready to roll up here.
Ready to roll indeed, man. And because of Hurricane Helene, obviously the games got rescheduled. This is part of the quadruple header that's happening on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. 12 o'clock games that are still going on. Pacelli and Strong Rock, Shaw and Columbus. We got Hardaway Carver, and, of course, this one, which is the game of the week. Now, we are presented by Gordy Eye Care, CVCC, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Pepsi, and, of course, your guy,
Rick Knight at State Farm.
All right, Rick, between these two teams, it was Northside's year in 2022. They went 9-1 in the regular season, won a playoff game, one of their best seasons in school history. Then the next year, which was last year, Harris County has its best season in school history. They go 9-1. They win the region, win a couple of playoff games all the way to the Elite Eight. Now, both these teams come in with the loss. Obviously, Harris County losing a region game last week meant a little bit more than Northside's loss to Carver a few weeks ago, but what are some of the things you're looking forward to?
Well, I think you hit the nail right on the head. The region loss for Harris County last week against Jonesboro puts you behind the 8 ball now, where you want to play for that one spot. Now you're in this region, you're playing for that 3 or 4, and if you lose today, you drop way back, and Northside's in the same position. They got to get the win to get the leg up in the region. So for me, is the intensity and the urgency from both these teams on the importance of this ball game.
But there is a problem, though. As good as both these teams are, and the winner of this game has won the region, you still have Stars Mills and Central of Carrollton, who we'll have on Georgia Alabama Sports Live for the rest of this season. So winner of this game gets a leg up doesn't mean they're in the driver's seat with those two teams.
But if you're Harris County, it will put you behind a lot. If you lose the Jonesboro North Side, then you still have Stars Mills, you still got Central Carroll.
All right. Looking at this Harris County team, Rick, what are some of the things you saw last week? You've talked with the coaching staff. Obviously, to come up short there at the end, losing 14-12, but some uncharacteristic turnovers really put them behind the 8 ball, didn't it?
Yeah, the turnovers early in the game, first 2 possessions, they fumbled the ball, and they were, really moving the ball well, fumbled it twice. They got back. They got down in the game 14-6. They're not a team really built for that. Coming back, they did manage to pull within 2, didn't get the conversion, recovered the onside kick, and then had another fumble to end the game. So for them, it's clean up your mistakes and, get back to punishing football like you've done for the last 2 years.
Northside, on the flip side, they had a bye week last week because the week before they took their lumps against Carver, 26-0. The Carver Tigers just dominated Northside, which is something that I was shocked and a lot of other people were too. So they have a bye, which they really needed, and now they come in 3-1, Harris County 4-1, and we're going to see between these two rivals, and the schools don't like each other either, Richard. Back to return is Xavier Cunningham for Harris County. And, of course, Demetrius Brooks.
Making the calls.
And remember, last time Northside played, Caden Clay had to come out of the game. We'll see if he is going to be starting. Also, Kingston Rivers was out, and now getting word that Caden Clay is not going to be playing in today's game. And there is Brooks. He's going to return it. Gets it to the outside at the 25, makes 2 people miss before he's finally taken down at the 32. All right, let's talk about Harris County, Rick Beach. And this quarterback, Trotter Teasley, but obviously the offense is run through Rand Ogletree.
Yeah, you're going to see Rand line up at outside at receiver, come in and play some quarterback A lot of third downs are ran at quarterback. They have mostly runs with him. He can throw a little pop pass, and don't be surprised if he drops back and throws it downfield. He did play quarterback in middle school and early on high school here. But there's a lot of muscle formation, multiple tight ends, and you see Bishop Adams coming in at running back.
I mean, you see Rand, too. He just looks every bit of the part as a Division I player. Teasley is going to throw a screen pass to Ogletree, and Ogletree got a good block out ahead of him. That was number 84 that made the block, Tim Hudson, and that is going to be close to a first down, Rick.
Yeah, you saw Hudson coming in motion, just going to be a little lead scrreen with him, and that's trying to just get Trotter some confidence up. We've seen him do that against Carver early on. Short passes open up the long passes later in the game.
Second down and short now. Now, I think if you're Northside, without your starting quarterback, you want to keep this low scoring, but that kind of plays into the hands of how Harris County wants to win, too. Second and short, Teasley with Bishop Adams in the backfield. And he's going to throw it to Ogletree again on the screen pass, and Ogletree able to get 7 yards on the first down. They just try to get him in space because he can make people miss, Rick.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. If he can make that DB miss, he's going down the sideline, so they're going to keep hammering on that, and hopefully he can spring one is what they're hoping.
Harris County wearing the all-black uniforms with the all-black helmet. No decals on the helmet.
Yeah, Coach Watson's old school, and this is about as old school look as you can get.
And it's hot out here, too. Northside in the red trousers with the blue trim, blue helmets, and white jerseys. Good clash of colors. First down from the 45 for Harris County. Teasley takes the snap, hands it off to Adams, and Adams is hit immediately. Big number 68 for Northside. Alex Del Valle was then on the tackle.
Yeah, you see they're trying to establish that run game up the middle now. Pound the ball, try to lean on the defensive line. That's going to be Harris County's MO, and they're not going to change it up. You see they're going with some size. Gabe Trevino and Sappington wearing 83's offensive lineman wearing 83, extra blocker in here already.
Trotter Teasley, the junior quarterback, has done a very good job managing this offense. Second down and 8 for the Tigers. Another screen pass, Ogletree. He seems like he's been wide open all 3 times, and there's another first down. There's not but one Northside defender over there with 2 blockers. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster. Another first down for Harris County.
Yeah, what you're hoping if you're Harris County, you're going to hit that screen, then you can pump fake and either do a stop and go for a ran or something to that effect later on. And you also, if you're Northside, you got to respect that run up the middle because you see 3 tight ends, so you know what Harris County's MO is already.
But it's the same play 3 times in a row. You would think, all right, if I see Ogletree over there, maybe a screen pass is coming. Ogletree is not in the game right now, though. Adams is behind Teasley. Teasley takes the snap, hands it off to Adams. Adams and gets tripped up. Credit for the tackle will be Ty Bias, the linebacker, for minimum gain. Decent crowd, Rick. We were talking about it's also the same time as Harris County Youth Football, which is a big deal around this area. So we appreciate everyone that is able to come out. But if you're not and you're watching it from the comfort of your own home, like I said, college football is happening. Get a screen up with Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
If you're at the youth game, throw in the comments who won. Hamilton, Waverly Hall, Mountain Hill. Put in there some of them scores. Let everybody know what the little biddies are doing.
Teasley hands it off to Adams again, and Adams gets no game. Not much penetration from that offensive line. On the tackle is number 44, Noah Klein. The sophomore linebacker sets up 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers.
Maybe ran time at quarterback. Let's see.
Brings up 3rd down for the Tigers. The Touchdown Club would like to thank the Bethesda Baptist Church for working our spirit wear booth. We appreciate all that you do.
By the way, on the way up here, I saw our guy, Derek Moxley, who's a proud supporter of ours. Derek Moxley, Crime Creek Services. I like to call him Derek Garrity.
Yeah, and he gets a kick out of that.
And he's a huge supporter of Harris County Athletics.
Absolutely.
Teasley, man in motion is Hudson. Going to throw another screen pass. Hudson on the block, and there goes Ogletree down the sideline. right at the first down marker. But that's the 4th time that we've seen on this same side the screen pass getting 7 or 8 yards, sets up 4th down, and obviously they're going to go for it.
Yeah, this is Tommy Watson's dream situation right here, 4th and
loves
short.
that.
Yeah, he don't even hesitate.
No, he's literally dreaming every night, like, can I get a 4th and short, please, with my offensive line?
And you could tell the players know. They didn't even look at him on 4th and short. They knew right away what they were doing. It is going to be power football time.
Riverboat gambler Tommy Watson, his Tigers on 4th down and short. Power handoff to Bishop Adams, and he's got a big hole, runs over a man and gets the first down. There was no doubt on that call, was it, Rick?
Yeah, you can see just straight downhill running by Bishop Adams. We mentioned he wears 22 because of Derrick Henry, growing up a Titans fan. So he's trying to do the Derrick Henry right there on that run up the middle.
Would not have thought it was because of the Tennessee Titans Derrick Henry. I thought it would have been the Alabama Derrick Henry, but now that makes sense.
Well, he may have been a Titans fan because he was he's from Jacksonville, Alabama originally.
Well, that would make sense. We'd have to ask Bishop that. First down. Ogletree by himself over here to the near side. And that one's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Teasley kind of played with it. I don't know if he was trying to pump fake for pass and go. I don't know what that was, but it brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a little of them might have been trying a little hitch and go type pass that ran.
Visit the concession stand for mouth-watering Chick-fil-A sandwiches, pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, and more.
Now you're seeing Xavier Cunningham, who's been playing corner all year, coming in at wide out, and Demetrius Brooks coming in there as well.
Tigers huddling up for 2nd down and 10. Coach Orpeza and his Northside Patriots, year number 6, and he has done a fabulous job making the playoffs every year for the last 4 or 5 seasons. And that's a swing pass out to the outside, able to get Xavier Cunningham a positive 6-7 yards, set up 3rd down and manageable now for the Tigers.
Yeah, puts you where you want to be, 3rd and medium situation. A lot easier play calls from Coach Watson and Coach Cox. Which Coach Cox, offensive coordinator, is up in the box today, first time this season.
How about that?
Offensive coordinator's up in the box, getting a different look at things.
Help keep our stadium clean by properly disposing of any trash as well as of any containers as you leave today.
Teasley gets the call from Tommy Watson.
And
3rd down.
We haven't seen Rand at quarterback this whole drive. They've
No.
let Trotter run this whole thing.
In the backfield, Xavier Cunningham. And they're going to hand it off to Cunningham. He tries to bounce to the outside and gets thrown down by his jersey to set up 4th and 6. I think they're going to definitely try to go for this deep in their territory. But, Rick, we were talking about it. Harris County's also down a couple running backs, it seems like, too. So that keep an eye on when they're trying to run the football.
Yeah, down 2 running backs with Kingston Rivers and Eugene Robinson. So that's why you're seeing more Bishop. You're seeing Xavier Cunningham. We'll see Josh Jones later. And also heard possibly we could see Christian Olsen, who's playing safety and inside linebacker, could move in at running back too.
Number 1's in the game, and I think number 1's going to be playing quarterback, and he is. On 4th down, Demetrius Brooks. Keep an eye on him. Ogletree takes the snap, and Ogletree gets taken down by Ty Bias. He came shooting through there unblocked, Rick, and that's going to be a turnover on downs for Harris County.
Yeah, you turn it over on downs right here, but Coach Watson's confident going for only 4th downs because of the confidence he has in Coach D-Rock with the defense and how they've played this season.
So now we're going to see this Northside offense that is not led by their senior. It is instead led by their sophomore, number 19, Matthew Alex. And Alex is in at quarterback for Northside. First time in 3 years there's a different quarterback. And there's going to be a jet sweep to the 25 down at about the 32. Nice run there by Montrez Woods.
Do you see they want to get to the outside, get on the edge of this Harris County defense whose strength is up the middle?
But if you're Tommy Watson, you gotta like the fact you were able to move the football there on that opening drive. You would have liked points, but moving it and seeing things that you can use later in the game. Alex takes the snap, looking, firing, wide open in the zone, and I think that's Kingston Rivers. We're going to see who that is. That is number 1. Yep, Kingston Rivers, who was iffy if he was going to play today, but we're glad he's out there. Shout out to his dad, Jonathan Bam Rivers, who was an all-state player at Shaw, played at Auburn, and that's a first down for the Patriots. Handoff. And there's a big hole. Nice blocking up front. That's Jaron Joyner, the receiver running back, the sophomore, getting another positive gain.
Jaron Joyner.
Yeah, you seen him get to the edge again, getting some yardage out of that.
Brings up second down for the Patriots.
If you're Northside, you took a lick in the mouth last time you played against Carver, so you don't want your manhood tested again against this really physical Harris County team. Doing a good job here so far early in the first drive. Handoff, and good job in pursuit of the football by Harris County. Jay Jackson got nothing, setting up third down and short.
That's what we've been talking about. You've seen the couple runs with success. Get to the outside, Harris County contains him, forces him up the middle. They make the tackle right there at the line of scrimmage.
I want to say thank you also to Terry Johnson Agency for all your insurance needs. Give Terry Johnson, been serving the community for over 30 years and a big supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. All right, third down, close to midfield. They need to get to the 49, their own 49-yard line. Trips to the near side. Alex takes the snap. It's going to hand off. Nope, there was going to be an RPO, but they
flag on the play.
And false start on north side, so back them up 5 yards, and that's probably not where they want to live. 3rd and 8 instead of 3rd and 3, Rick.
Yeah, you know how Bishop Adams got his reputation right here on 3rd and long, what he's going to end up doing.
He pins his ears back. It's hard to block him.
The Touchdown Club would like to congratulate all our senior football players, senior band members, cheerleaders, and dance team members. Reach for the stars as you make plans for your future. We're proud of each of you.
Bishop's on our side, near side on the defensive line.
Watch 22. Now they're going to get the call from the sideline. 3rd and 8. Alex, pump fakes, fires over the middle and right in the hands of Kingston Rivers. There's some holes in that zone right now. I know D-Rock Brooks is going to have to make sure that gets shored up, and now it's going to be 4th down and punting situation for Northside.
Yeah, he had the ball in his hands, but the problem, it deflected upwards.
Yeah, could have been almost intercepted.
And Harris County had the opportunity to get a pick and a real swing of momentum as they forced a punt in this drive.
And that's what you've seen in these games, Rick, and you've done all the Harris County games. And the games, obviously, the first 4 they won the turnover battle. Last week they lost the turnover battle, and it was hard for them. Still almost won the game, but it was hard for them to overcome that.
Yeah, so, coaching cliches are cliches for a reason. Protect the ball, on time of possession, all that stuff is important for a reason.
Ogletree back, set to return, and Brooks. Ogletree's going to grab it and just fair catch it. And we're going to take a timeout. It's Northside Harris County, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi. We're back here live from Danny Durham Field. Thrift Barringer, Rick Beach, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Harris County now set to take over at their own 26-yard line as Bishop Adams gets the carry. Now, when you're looking at this Harris County offense, when losing their 2 backs, now I know Bishop's played well, you still got Rand, but how much has that kind of changed their play calling, not having Robinson and Rivers?
Well, I think the play calling stays similar to what they've been doing, just out of no matter who. Coach Watson would do it with me and you at running back. But I think it mixes up the RPOs. I think you can zone in more because you don't have that quarterback-running back relationship on the pullback.
2nd down and about 7 for Harris County. Zakevius Gates.
1-on-1.
And he's actually going to throw A nice little pass in the flats, and the big man running him over.
It's going to be Sappington, the offensive lineman, switched to an 83 jersey.
How about getting the big man some love there, Rick Beach? You like that, don't you?
Well, he's been on film all season blocking, and so that's the last thing Northside's going to expect.
Yeah.
But one thing you can see right here, Zy Gates one-on-one.
Yeah.
They're setting that up. But, you know, we've kind of been saying that all season, setting up the one-on-one. And when Harris County does want to hit it, it's going to be there.
Definitely like that play call. He was wide open, too. You're right, he faked out not just me, but the entire Northside defense. First down now for Harris County.
A little diamond formation.
They like this formation with Adams, and they're going to hand it off to Adams, and Adams is going to start barreling through to get 5 or 6 yards. He may not have that elusiveness or that breakaway speed, but he's punishing. And eventually, by the third or fourth quarter, you don't want to keep running into number 22, and those tackles that were head-on are now going to be arm tackles that end up being big gains for him.
Well, you see the offensive line, if they can get a hole for him, you know, a linebacker don't want to go head up with Bishop Adams time and time again. Defensive lineman, he don't have that speed built up. But if he can keep getting to that second level, it's just a matter of time before they just get tired of banging their heads against the oak tree.
I know I would. I'm getting away from Bishop Adams. An oak tree is a great way to describe him. Second down. Another handoff to Bishop Adams, and Bishop Adams gallops for another Harris County first down.
You can see that offensive line led by Braxton Love, Milton Luufa, and Denver DeGoya. Then you got Parker Rowland and John Spears. They're creating these holes now, and these running backs take advantage of it. We're almost done with the first quarter already. See if they get a playoff right here to end the first quarter.
3 seconds. He's looking, gonna fire deep. Ogletree, overshoots him. Had him open, though, and that's something to keep an eye on. But at the end of one, we got a good game here. It's 0-0 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is meeting patients every day. They will crack me up every day. They make my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each student.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
We're back here live from Danny Durham Field, and it's a handoff and going up the middle to about as Christian Olson gets an 8-yard gain, sets up third down and manageable, and that's where Harris County wants to live. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5, that's heaven for Tommy Watson's team.
Yeah, he can't get that play call out fast enough to Trotter Teasley on the sideline. We love some Coach Watson and what he's doing with this football team and the aggressiveness and how he's kind of embodied the county with the work pail concept that he has.
Can Northside get another stop here on 3rd down and short? Hand off to Bishop Adams. Big hole for Adams, and Adams is going to get another county first down.
Bishop Adams on the carry.
Yeah, you see the offensive line really making them holes, and these running backs are starting to really run in them gaps. and hitting the hole with a
That's a
wide
BR
open, full throttle.
First down for the Tigers.
Shaw beat Columbus 35-7.
Shaw's kind of been the surprise of the area down in the Columbus-Phoenix City region.
And Pacelli's winning by 15 with 3 minutes to go over region foe Strong Rock. First down. Another handoff to Bishop Adams. Bishop Adams in the hole, patiently picking his spots and gets 5 yards on the first down. Adams, obviously the dominant defensive lineman from last year, didn't play running back, but then Tommy's like, you're an athlete?
Yeah.
Let's put you at running back.
Yeah, we saw it last year with Yeoman playing running back and really didn't do it the year before. Then he got in there and he was, the talk of the town for the whole season.
By the way, you speak of Yeoman. He's doing big things starting as a freshman for Kentucky State. Shout out to his dad, Marco Yeoman. Great job by his son doing there. And then Malachi Hosley, who's playing in the Ivy League for Penn, former Northside product. Both those guys, proud of them for these two schools. Teasley gets it out, finds Hudson wide open, and finally gets driven down. First and goal, County. How about that throw from Trotter Teasley? A little touch.
Yeah, you see him setting up on the outside, hitting the dinks and dunks on the numbers all game. Then it opens up over the middle. Hudson, great job pulling it in. Trying to get into the end zone. That's the third time Hudson's been tackled inside the 5 this season.
Now, I know you're close with Tommy. I know of him. I've met him a few times. But on first and goal, I can only imagine number 22 is going to get this touch here on first and goal from the 3, right?
Yeah, I'd like to think Bishop's going to get an opportunity to cap this drive off himself.
And he's going to get the handoff, and Bishop Adams is going to go in for a Harris County touchdown. You see the replay right there, Rick Beach. That offensive line just pushed Northside into the end zone, and Bishop just walks it in.
Yeah, you can see that's what we were saying earlier. Me and you could get it running back and get that first level. It takes an athlete like Bishop Adams to really finish it off, and that's what he did that entire drive, and I'm glad to see that he got to punch it in.
Big drive here on the second drive. Harris County has the football, and they go all the way down the field for a touchdown. 60, 71 yards, but that one is blocked. Plays dead, but Harris County scores first, and they lead 6-0. In all the games they score first, Rick Beach, they win these last 2 years, so maybe this is a good omen.
Yeah, especially with this game, the emotion in this game. You try to take that and use it against a team like Northside who gets a little panicky if you can get them in a hole, especially how their last game went. And for Harris County, how their last game went, getting the lead in this one kind of gets that bad taste out of your mouth.
Now what is Coach Andrew Oropeza, who I think is one of the brighter minds in high school football in Northside, with their backup quarterback, Caden Clay, not playing. It is Matthew Ellich, who is a sophomore. He is the quarterback. They did have success early in that drive. And excuse me, I've been calling this young man the wrong name. It's Braxton Wilkinson. And there is why it's a bonehead. There's bonehead mistakes all the time. And I was one of them because I've been calling him the backup quarterback for Harris County. And Rick was just going to let me keep calling him the backup for Harris County. So Braxton Wilkinson, shame on me. Great job on that first drive. Now we're going to see Wilkinson again here, but here is the kickoff. Rivers returns it to the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, still on his feet, down at the 35, and you know he can change it in a flash. That guy's already got a couple returns for a touchdown. But let's go back to Braxton Wilkinson, the quarterback that got some playing time early with Shaw. He's actually got some experience this year because Caden Clay's been on and off with his injury. What do you need to see from him to be successful against this county defense, Rick?
Well, we did see Braxton Wilkinson last season play at the end of the year for Northside. He did have a win up in McIntosh, so he has plenty of experience. He's not just a sophomore that's extremely raw. He's an athlete. He pitches for the Northside baseball team. We've seen him during baseball season, so he's a heck of an athlete, heck of a quarterback.
So now Wilkinson is going to take the snap, throws it out, screen pass, and hit immediately. The ball's out. They're going to say incomplete, though. Trent Cash was the receiver that tried to catch it, but I'm sorry, Mr. Brooks was already there waiting on him, Rick.
Yeah, you can tell he had his nose in the playbook all season, all week, ready for that one.
By the way, I think both schools and fan bases will agree with this. The Atlanta Bravos are tied for the wild card spot. I just want to make mention of that. So everybody keep cheering the Atlanta Braves on these next 4 games so they can get into the
Big night
playoffs.
last night.
Yes. Mets lose, Diamondbacks lose, Braves win. Wilkinson, hands off, Jay Jackson. Jay Jackson breaks a tackle, and now still carrying the pile, moving it to midfield, and then there's going to be a flag. A Northside Patriots helmet came off. That was actually Jackson. So that's probably going to be add on another 15 for a 15-yard gain, Rick.
You saw Harris County. There was a flag on each side of the field, too. But you saw Harris County going in there trying to get the ball. You saw young Preston Jenkins trying to rip that ball out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's the one that might have grabbed the face mask on inadvertently.
I didn't mention while we're waiting on the referees, last 2 times these 2 teams have faced off, the road team has won. I don't know if that has a factor here today. And we're going to see now from the White Hat what is the call. And they're marking it off like it's against Northside. And they only backed them up 5 yards. So I don't even know what the call was there, Rick.
Look like where you can push the pile, but you can't pick up and carry the pile. Maybe they picked up the running back and carried him the last little bit.
So they are going to mark it as a first down.
Aiding the runner, aiding the runner.
So they're going to get it at the 45 instead of being at the 50. Wilkinson trying to get the play call over from Coach Oropeza and his staff. And the slot is Rivers. Number 1, watch him. And he's actually going to hand it off. And decent gain there by Jaron Joyner, but good tackle.
Carter Myers coming in there from the linebacker position. Carter Myers also the Kudzu Sports Show. He's got the song at the beginning that's him and his brother Cannonball.
No, it's not.
That's it, Carter Myers.
For one, I'm already jealous anyway because Kudzu's showing up everybody, but loved it. And then now it's an actual high school athlete, so it makes it even better, man. That's awesome. It's an incredible song.
Yes.
I was like, who raps about the county right now? And now that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, folks in the county, we love it up here. We're proud of it. And if it's a rap song, it's a rap song. We support it.
No, I love it.
Shout out Stephen Myers, his dad.
Wilkinson gets the ball out, and Cash catches it, maybe 2 yards. But then we got some extracurricular right now between Northside and a Harris County player. And I love saying this. I'm going to keep saying it. I'd rather you break it up. These are kids. If you're a referee, give them some warnings. Now, if it gets out of hand, but then don't be so quick to throw that flag. It's unnecessary.
Especially in a game like this, high intensity.
Right.
Super rival.
3rd down and 5 now for Wilkinson and Northside. They got Tripp to the near side, Cash on the far side, one-on-one with the best defensive back Harris County has in Demetrius Brooks. Rivers in the slot. Wilkinson takes the snap, looking under duress, and tries to throw it to Trent Cash, and I think we're going to get a holding there, Rick.
Yeah, you saw Preston Jenkins and might have been Carter Myers. I'm trying to get a number. A little like Liam Colley and Preston Jenkins, both sophomores coming up the middle. And I think the offensive lineman didn't know what to do, so just grab them and fall down to the ground with them.
Keep an eye out right now. You got a battle between Jaron Joyner and Xavier Cunningham, the cornerback from Harris County, and Joyner, the receiver from Northside. I like the battle between these 2 young men.
I feel if I'm going to call a play, I'm going to run it to that side and just tell 12, hey, here's your shot at 10. Go block him and take it out on him.
There we go.
And if you're 10, man up and take it on right here.
Now what was 3rd and about 5 is now 3rd and 15. And Bane Robertson and Brandon Swobel are guys, their favorite terminology in football. Time for Harris County, if they're going to get after it, to pin their ears back. If you're Northside and Wilkinson, obviously I think you want to get the ball out quickly.
Looks like Harris County's got 3 down linemen, and Carter Myers was.
Wilkinson, good blocking up front, throws it over the middle, and a miscommunication. Rivers was open there in the zone. The receivers, the 2 DBs and safeties were pretty far away, but he overshot him, and now it's going to be a turnover for Northside. I mean, punting situation for Northside.
Yeah, you saw he had the guy open, but he had made a wrong read through to the other hash mark where only 2 Harris County DBs were waiting. So they got lucky that ball didn't get picked off as Rand and Demetrius were in coverage. Now they're back to return the punt.
Hardaway's already losing to Carver 21-0 second quarter in that one. 6-0 Harris County here, and Brooks Ogletree to receive. Booming punt. Ogletree's going to do an over-the-shoulder catch, and now he's got a lot of space. There goes one. Makes a man miss. Fumbles the football, but Harris County jumps on it, and flags are coming everywhere now.
Beanbags, flags, people, everybody diving on the ball.
I didn't see anyone really touch that. Maybe someone got a hand on it. But that's very uncharacteristic mistake from Ogletree. But they did get on top of it, and now we'll see what the flag is.
Looked like it possibly could have been a helmet that hit the ball to bounce it out. I wasn't sure. Looked like when he was spinning, something kind of underneath, just peanut punch.
They're going to get a block in the back on Harris County, so it's going to negate some of what was a great return. But if you're Harris County, you're just thankful you got on that football.
Absolutely. And now you got 7 minutes for Harris County. You want to take a 4 or 5 minute drive. Harris County love to have a 7-minute drive. We saw them last season against Northside, that 13-minute drive that me and you've been telling everybody about. And do you have the same thing I got when we tell people they don't want to believe that it actually happened?
And people don't understand that these Harris County games are getting done in record time. And, like, what's happening? Are they blowing everybody? It's not always blowouts. It's just they take a lot of time on their possessions. They run the football a lot. The clock always runs, and that's why we're already halfway through the second, 30 minutes into this one. Diamond formation, as Rick Beach likes to say, handoff to Bishop Adams, and Adams is going to move the pile, keep pushing it, and fight for 5 yards. Good job by Bishop Adams there on that carry.
Yeah, keep the legs churning, Bishop Adams, the weight room warrior, he gets out there and just churning them legs, and the pile pushes on.
Make sure to share this video. Like and subscribe to Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Also like and subscribe Kudzu Sports. We're all under one umbrella, giving exposure to these athletes. Ogletree's still not in the game right now. Brooks is. Teasley going to set up a screen pass, and the ball gets tipped up in the air. Good job sniffing that out by Northside. Bishop Adams was the one he was trying to find, but that was almost dangerous, Rick. And if it looked like if a Patriot would have caught it, they may have had a lot of green grass in front of them.
Oh, absolutely. That was another bullet dodge by this Harris County offense, which now you're on that 3rd and medium. And don't be surprised to see Coach Watson want to run the ball here, get half the yardage back now, go for it on 4th down at midfield.
So 3rd down, and I would say about 5.5 now for the Tigers. Beautiful day, great weather, a little bit of a breeze, overcast. Feels like fall here in Harris County. Teasley letting his offensive line know the play call. Power formation. Hand off to Bishop Adams. Bishop Adams has a big hole, and Bishop Adams is going to scoop for a 1st down.
Yeah, not surprised at all. The run, like I said, you want to get half of it back and then go for it on 4th down. You've been getting the penetration by this offensive line. And then Bishop putting his head down, just getting positive yardage every time he's touched the ball here in this last 2 possessions. Harris County got a 1st down. It took a minute off, so they're kind of.
And you've seen already now, a minute and a half into this drive of game time, and they already got 1 1st down. Cunningham now in the backfield giving Adams a break. Snap. Excuse me, that is not Cunningham, that's Olsen. And Olsen, be careful, they're trying to rip him clean. Number 52, the linebacker for Northside, was in Kamal Christopher. He was trying to rip that ball clean. But 4 yards and 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
But we talk about both these schools. They're excellent schools. They got great athletic directors. Morgan Ingram, good friend of mine, love what he's done at Northside. Every one of their sports are competitive. And then you got Mindy Johnson at Harris County. And then it's not just here. It's Rivalry in softball. The number 1 and 2 teams there are probably going to play for a state championship. There are rivalries in basketball and in baseball, too. Hand off to Olson. Holtzen, big hole. And just – I don't know if he ran over a man or just kind of did a flip over somebody, but it's a Harris County first down.
Christian Olson was the 2024 Ironman Award winner for the Harris County football team in the weight room. So, you know, he loves the contact. He loves the weight room. And you mentioned Northside Harris County. That's what makes this rivalry so good is they're so good at everything. And, you know, it wouldn't be a good rivalry if it wasn't competitive games at every sport. It seems when one sport's rebuilding for one school, the other school's rebuilding the same year.
Right. First down, Bishop Adams. And right now they're getting close to 5, 6, maybe even 7 yards of carry on this drive, Richard.
Yeah, it all starts with that offensive line. You see, we mentioned them five young men are just physical. They love the contact, and they're just keeping this pile moving. And then you add in the tight ends, Gabe and Tim coming in there. It's a lot of mass to try to get through to get to these running backs. Harris County now has a tackle playing the fullback position.
Power football at its finest.
Yes, sir.
And there goes Adams again. Adams, another Harris County first down there at the Northside 16-yard line.
To see, the highlight what you're saying with power football, Harris County's got an offensive lineman wearing 83 at fullback, Parker Rowland, their left tackles at fullback. Then they got a defensive lineman at running back. That's about as power football as you can get. And they got 3 tight ends on the line of scrimmage now. So this is what Tommy Watson loves to do. We mentioned the clock down to 3:20.
And there goes again, for seems like the cajillionth time already here in this first half. Another 4-yard Bishop Adams first down and 3 minutes left here in the first half. Josh Jones coming in on offense for the first time. I wonder if big man's going to get some love here.
Yeah, you know, we saw this last year. This all goes to conditioning. This style of play for Harris County starts in January. We saw it last year with Miguel and Matei would play inside linebacker and running back. Now you're seeing these guys bounce back and forth and switch positions because they're such well-conditioned athletes.
Teasley hand off to Josh Jones, and Josh Jones gets nothing there. Stood up. Good job by the Northside defense.
Yeah, that's not one human being I'd want to get through the gap.
Third down now for Harris County. Jones out, Olson in. They've thrown when they had to. They throw when they want to, not when they need to. And that's where Tommy Watson wants to live. He wants to feel like, all right, I want to throw here, not I have to throw here. And they're just running the football up down Northside's throat.
Yeah, Northside has to respect that they can throw the ball because they have, and that just makes the running game even stronger for Harris County. You see everybody up in the box for Northside.
And they're going to hand it off to Olson. Olson is going to get close to the first down marker. They're going to spot him just short. So it's going to be fourth down, and there's no doubt in anybody's mind in this stadium what Riverboat Tommy Watson's going to do here.
Yeah, I think he just told the kicker to grab a drink of water. We're going for this one. It'll be fourth and super short. Was that less than a yard?
Yep. Maybe right at a yard.
Surprised they're staying in the shotgun. We saw a lot last year with Levi, the quarterback sneak.
Now you got Adams back in the game with his 2 huge lead blockers, and there needs to be a timeout. So we'll take 1-2. 1:06 remaining here in the first half. Harris County leads rival Northside 6-0 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
On our sponsor board and along the sideline. Remember to visit these advertisers throughout the year. Touchdown Club would like to give a special thank you recognition to our sponsors: BC Stone Homes, Custom Truck and Body Works, Sturdy Buildings, Allstate, Sean McGarry, and DMCS, Derek Moxley Concrete Services. Happy birthday goes out to Riley Hicks, big 16 today. Her daddy's all excited she can drive.
We're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Is there any chance Tommy Watson and Harris County try to do a little zippity-doo-dah day and throw the ball out of the backfield, or do you think it's all power, they're not going to try to trick you, they're giving it to Bishop and say, try to stop us?
In 3 years of watching Coach Watson, one time I saw a 4th and short that he threw it on. It did go for like a 20-yard gain by Miguel Sevilla, but I don't know. It's not a senior Levi Watson quarterback in there. I expect Bishop to get this one.
Teasley, hand off to Bishop. Bishop got a big hole. Bishop breaks a tackle, still on his feet, carrying tacklers all the way in for a county touchdown. Excellent drive, and hand it to number 22 and let him do the rest there, Rick Beach.
Yeah, we saw Bishop in pregame down on the field. He was on another level intensity-wise, and he just brought that same energy over on offense. You can see him running the ball right there, spinning, churning, and bouncing into the end zone.
But I think the biggest thing to take away from this drive, 6 minutes and 5 seconds it took off of this drive, and they scored a touchdown. So now you lead Northside in no time. You also extend your lead now to double digits, and that's county football. It's in a nutshell. That's what it is. Play great defense, time of possession, keep the ball out of the other team's offense, and they're going to go for 2 here. And Adams,
why not?
Is going to get it, and it's 14-0 now, Harris County. And if you're Northside, you're down 14-0. Great drive there for Harris County. But if you're Northside, with 58 seconds left, are you trying to play for points here, or are you trying to go to the half and regroup?
You get the ball after halftime, you got to just go in down 14 because you cannot afford a mistake and go down even more before halftime.
It's easy. Just stop by the Spirit Well booth and ask for more information.
I want to say shout out to the team. Also thank you to State Farm Carol Purdue, the #1 State Farm agent in Phoenix City. Her support of what we do. Master Wall for all your exterior and interior needs anytime. Commercial, personal, Master Wall, Grant Smithwick. Thank you so much for their support of what we do. And then at the end of the game, we got the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game.
I think Harris County's having somebody trying to throw their name in the hat to be a 2-time Alex Quinney Player of the Game. Also like to give Christ Chapel Hamilton a shout out. Pastor Randy Huff, 13377 US Highway 27. In Bashir's Kubota, give Joe Dasher a call over there in Opelika for all your needs for your Kubota tractors, 334-203-1322. And I got it in before the Logan Shellnut kickoff.
That's how good you are, Rick. You're a professional, man. And Rivers is.
You better let it go.
Yep, and that's going to be a penalty. By the way, I passed by B. Shears. We had our high school game day in Opelika out there by Glenn Smith. And I passed right by another sponsor of ours. So it doesn't matter if you're Opelika, you're Auburn, you're in LaGrange, you're in Columbus, Harris County, be a supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Yeah, I'll give Joe Dasher. He's at all the home games. He said he loves watching the games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and he was excited to help us keep it going is what he was saying. And we sure appreciate everything Mr. Dasher has done for Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Kudzu Sports and how this community's rallied around both of our products. And we can try to give a better product out there and promote these athletes that are all amazing in their own sports.
I'm telling you, they're not cheap. The Brandon Schwabels, the Bain Robertsons, these guys are elite.
That Bain guy's something else.
You got to have money to do that, and you got to be able to have sponsors to get elite producers that make the broadcast look as good as it does. And we appreciate Brandon, Chris Gates, Toygar Isla, and even Richard Holdridge, all four of those producers that made the quadruple header happen and possible today. Wilkinson's going to throw it over the middle. Oh, big hit, but even better catch from Kingston Rivers. Now they got to start moving quickly. 2-minute hurry-up offense and near midfield now for Wilkinson and Northside. So they are going to try to go for some points here, Rick.
And they have all three timeouts, so they have plenty of time to try to get into a position to try to score.
I think it depended on that first down play, which was positive. Wilkinson looking, firing, will route. And he was looking for Blaze Barber and overshot him.
And I'll say this for Harris County's defense, when you have Bishop Adams running the ball as well as he is, he's not out there right now rushing the quarterback. So you kind of have the opportunity that if you are Northside, you know they got one hand tied behind their back. And now you have young P.J. Sterling, who we've seen make plays at the defensive end position but he don't have the reputation that a Bishop Adams carries.
Yeah. When you see 22, you're like, all right, there's 22. Kind of like how the great defensive linemen in the NFL, you know where they're at all times. Wilkinson looking, good blocking up front, finds an open receiver, and nice positive gain. Jaron Joyner, now they got to move quickly. Nope, they're going to get a timeout. They, like you said, they got 3 of them, 30 seconds left here in the first half.
Xavier Cunningham on the tackle.
And it'd be big for Northside because you do get the ball after halftime, so you have an opportunity to double up. That's why Harris County wanted to take all the time they could off the clock to try to prevent that. So
coming up next week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, we got a volleyball tri-match. Rick Beach, you'll be on the call for that. Monday, Glenwood, Shaw, and Harris County. That'll be the final time you see Harris County Tigers volleyball team on Georgia Alabama Sports Live this season. Look forward to you doing that call on Monday at 6:30.
Yeah, excited about it. Coach Mobley's first season had some struggles. JV, been doing good. So the future's looking bright for the volleyball team. Can't wait to see how they finish up their season. In the sea of school like Glenwood, who I've managed to make some relationships with for Georgia Alabama Sports Live. So it's always fun when these two get to meet up.
And then you also got Shaw up there as well. And then this is also senior night week, which is for Harris County softball. So their final 2 games of the season are Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to get one of those. I think it's Wednesday against Callaway.
Yeah.
No, it is Tuesday against Central Carrollton, the region opponent.
Yeah.
Apologize about that. But then flag football's about to start too. So you're in store for a treat. We got a bunch of great flag football teams. Columbus, Northside, Harris County, Central, Pacelli, all of them on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Wilkinson gets it out quickly to Joyner. Joyner gets a first down. But, sheesh, Cunningham slams him down. But a first down stops the clock momentarily for Northside.
Yeah, you saw Cunningham coming up. We've seen these two jawing back and forth, so they finally get a chance to take some aggression out on one another, and they didn't disappoint with that play.
Wilkinson spikes the football to stop the clock.
And you mentioned flag football. Harris County did have their scrimmage today to start the season against Bowden. Won at 30, I think it was 34-0. It's hard to see the scoreboard with the lights like it was. It was 5 touchdowns. So they had a good show in defense, pitched a shutout, offense, cricket collie.
About to say, if you like flag football and you want to see a girl ball out, Madeline Cricket Collie.
Yeah, her and Pearson Pettit and Lana, they got some great athletes here in Harris County. Female sports dominate here at Harris County.
And by the way, you're going to see Harris County against 2-time defending champion Pacelli as Braxton Wilkinson gets that thrown out. You're also going to see Harris County in Northside. Morgan Ingram, the AD, is the coach there. But now Northside has about 10 seconds. You're starting to think, when is it time to throw it downfield for a Hail Mary at their Harris County 41? I don't think they're going to try to go for a field goal here.
Now, Harris County's been bringing 4 instead of the 3 they did at the start of this drive, so they're trying to get a little bit more pressure. We saw Preston Jenkins that time coming in there. See Bishop back out on the field.
Wilkinson. Yeah, they're going to get a false start, and that may have been on Bishop. Either Bishop.
No, it's going to be on Northside. Looked like Rivers started from the slot.
Oh, they're actually going to get – I thought it was either Bishop or Trevor Boutwell from Harris County, but I think you're right.
Yeah, Boutwell was coming, so they were bringing – they switched outside linebackers from Preston to Boutwell, which Boutwell had a great game last week. Jonesboro, no, Harris County came up short, but he did put up a good performance, really switch momentum with a sack, make the comeback possible towards the end. This is where Northside didn't want to be.
Ten seconds left in the half. Wilkinson drops back, and there comes Adams. He's still under duress, but fires over the middle, caught, and able to get out of bounds is Kingston Rivers. What a pass from Wilkinson. And 2 seconds left. Now they got time either to try a long field goal because they're at about the 27 or have a better opportunity to go deep for a Hail Mary touchdown.
Yeah, you saw Bishop coming like he was shot out of the cannon, just a little bit under, not under enough control to get the sack. So now we'll see what they want to do here.
And Rivers, that's another great catch from him. He had 2 of these, but timeout Northside with 2 seconds left here in what has been a very quick first half.
You're going to be interested to see if Coach D-Rock gives Wilkinson time to sit back there and just throw one in the end zone, or if he goes after him and try to force it underneath and just make the tackle. You have experienced DBs with Christian Oltz and Rand Ogletree, Demetrius Brooks. So if they do want to do that, you got confidence that they can make the wrap up and bring him down before they get in the end zone. But they're going to try a field goal here from about the 35 yard, so 45 yarder.
That's what it looks like.
Rand going back to return it if it is short.
So
Patriots lining up to attempt the field goal, a 44-yard field goal attempt.
Demetrius Davis, the senior kicker, is going to attempt close to a 40-yard field goal. And it is up. Doesn't have enough distance, and Ogletree is going to be able to know. They're waving it dead. That was about to be a 109-yard return for Harris County. But how about that first half from Harris County? They dominate 14-0. Northside needs to regroup. We're going to take a break. It's Northside Harris County on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is meeting patients every day. They will crack me up every day. They make my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each student.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field for your halftime entertainment from Harris County High School, the sound of the County Tiger Band. Today they will be performing the first movement of their show, Osmosis, featuring music from The Wizard of Oz, Wicked, and The Wiz. Drum majors Ava Wise and Savannah Luty. Is your band ready? You may now take the field for a halftime performance.
All right, Tiger fans, it is that time to announce Split the Pot winner. If you have a red ticket, you're not out yet. If you have a red ticket with 1, 8, 4, 9, 9, 6, 9, 1849969. You are the winner of $100. Come to the press box to claim your prize. Tiger fans, if you could direct your attention down to your right around the 30-yard line, there is the JV cheerleaders. Let's give them a round of applause for their first place finish today at Spread Joy Cheer Competition in Troup County. Congratulations. The GHSA and its member schools have made a commitment to promote good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators at all GHSA-sanctioned events. Profanity, degrading remarks, and intimidating actions directed at officials or competitors will not be tolerated and will be grounds for removal from the event site. Spectators are not allowed to enter the competition area during warm-ups or while the contest is being conducted. Thank you for your cooperation in the promotion of good sportsmanship at today's event. Anthony Shelton
We're back here at
for the Tigers to start the second half. Now Jackson
You mute us?
and Rivers are back deep for the Patriots.
We're back.
And here comes Kingston Rivers with a return. 25-30. Missed tackle is down to the 40-yard line. Rick Beach and Thrift Barringer back with you. Was not Bart Simpson up here with me. It was
I don't know
Thrift.
what was
There we
happening,
go.
but there we go.
There we go. Back with
Something
you.
was happening, and it wasn't my voice. I was being transformed.
It sounded like Bart Simpson came on. It was pretty funny.
All right, let's talk about that first half, though, Rick Beach. Great job. Harris County doing typical Harris County things. What'd you learn?
Yeah, they just want to pound the football, running up the middle. I don't expect any different. And then on defense, I think Harris County needs to blitz more, as we see Northside's going to have to try to throw it as they come out with this spread offense.
Wilkinson, who didn't have a bad first half, did some positive things on the final drive, is going to toss it out to Jay Jackson. Jay Jackson's going to be slung forward, and if he stayed on his feet, there was no county defender in sight and may have scored a touchdown. Cunningham was the one that threw him out.
Yeah, Xavier Cunningham doing a great job over there in his island and making the play, throwing him out of bounds. As like you said, a lot of green grass ahead of him on that play.
Wilkinson, again, I thought he played well in that first half, Rick. He just didn't have the football a lot because of the dominant long drives from Harris County.
They protected the ball well. That's what I was most impressed with.
We got trips. Rivers was his favorite target there in that first half, and he's going to find Rivers over the middle, and Rivers falls down for his first down. I really like Kingston Rivers. Last year was the running back. This year, more and more showcase his receiving ability. I mean, he can do it all, man. He is, I think, one of the best, if not the best, slot receiver we have in our area, and he's just almost unguardable there for first down.
Yeah, it gives you that option on these short yardage and even long yardage. We've seen him run deeper routes. But any opportunity, it just gives you another way to put the ball in his hands, especially with a younger quarterback having that drop-off, that dump-off.
It's Thrift Barringer. It's the voice of Harris County, Rick Beach. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And handoff is to Jackson. Jackson trying to make a man miss and not able to. Great tackle by Xavier Cunningham. Jay Jackson's going to lose some yards to set up second down and long. But if you're Coach Oropeza and you're Northside, you're only down 14-0. You got a chance right here to cut it with that in that lead in this opening drive. Still very much a ball game, but if you're writing a script on a Harris County win, this is how it goes, Rick Beach.
Yeah, if you can get the ball back right here, whether it be, a punt or a turnover, you can really put your foot on them and put some pressure on Northside even more so.
Wilkinson fires, and Brooks and Cash were tangled up there, and Wilkinson threw it. Some of the Northside coaches were maybe looking for a flag there. It's going to set up third down and long.
Yeah, they might have figured that ball was uncatchable regardless of the contact with Brooks and him.
And he's had the one thing that he has had a tough time on is that pass towards the north side sideline.
That's a long throw you're throwing from the far hash mark to that sideline across the field. And there's a lot of good players in between, the receiver and that ball.
Wilkinson, and now
flag.
That's going to be false start on north side. So back him up 5 more yards. Third down and 17. And this is dangerous territory for Wilkinson. And one thing we have not seen in this game is a D-Rock Brooks blitz, which he is known for.
Yeah, mostly it's 3 or 4 rushers coming at the ball. But Harris County is able to get pressure with just 3 or 4s. We see Riley Hastings, Trevor Boutwell, and Big Josh Jones on defensive line here with Bishop in coverage on the logo.
Wilkinson looking, sets up a screen pass to Jay Jackson. He's got a lot of grass, makes one man miss, bounces off a wimpy tackler, and gets tackled forward for another 5 or 6 yards. Great gain from Jay Jackson, and I think this is 4-down territory. 3rd and 17 now to 4th and 2.
Yeah, going to give you a chance to go for it right here. And you got to think Northside's going to try to run the ball, but try to get to the outside with the run.
Let's hear it for this defense.
4th down and short. Big play right here to start the second half. Jackson in the backfield. Rivers to the near side in the slot. Looks for Rivers and is going to be incomplete. And everyone, I think there were 2 defenders there, they knew where he was looking. He had his eyes on him the whole time. Tried to force it in there to Rivers, and Rivers had the ball tipped and almost could have been intercepted, Rick.
Yeah, good read right there by Trevor Boutwell, playing the end position, outside linebacker, hybrid back on that. You see him drop back into coverage, get his hands in there, deflect the ball, and Harris County can take over with decent field position. And we've seen, this is like 6-minute drive territory for Coach Watson. Bishop didn't even come off the field.
So here's Teasley, who, when he had to throw, was efficient in that first half. Adams, the ball carrier, gets 3.
Bishop Adams works his way out past.
Yeah, we saw in the first quarter Harris County didn't quite get the push. They kept running. And, like they did last season, like they've done early this year against teams, they just lean on you, and then they finally get that break later on. We saw that happen in the first half, and see they're trying to do it again here in the third quarter.
Make sure to watch the Kudzu Sports Show on Sunday night, 6 o'clock, with yours truly, Rick Beach. And then following that is the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show with me and Richard Holdridge. We also got the CB Hoops Perfect Practice Fall League. High-level high school basketball starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Teasley throws it, and that actually hits Tim Hudson in the shoulder, trying to set up the screen pass there. It's going to fall incomplete.
That's very dangerous. That ball bounced in the air. Northside.
We've seen a lot of those that have been intercepted yet,
Yeah,
Rick.
if Northside grabs it, that's nothing but green in front of him. Would have been an easy pick 6 and would have got Northside right back in this game quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Great turnout from Northside, by the way. Their bleachers are full over there. Obviously, Harris County, very impressed by both fan bases getting out on a college football Saturday. A lot of other things happening around the community. Come out here and watch both of these programs, both of these great young men for both teams face off against each other. And there is a Harris County timeout.
It looked like a formation issue the players had because Coach Watson had to burn a timeout.
Afternoon's game, Lisa Scully, EXP Realty, Castleberry Collision, Spears Insurance, all on.
I want to say thank you to Gordy Eye Care, the official eye provider of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Gordy Eye Care's mission is to promote the health and well-being of the community by offering the highest quality eye care and education to people of all ages. We are committed to providing services that will exceed the expectations of our patients. We are determined to present you the best eye care experience and visual satisfaction possible. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to state championship winning quarterback for the Central Red Devils, Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for being a presenting sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. All right, third down. Third down now for the Tigers. Teasley, first time kind of an empty backfield. The man in motion is Rand Ogletree. Teasley's going to get it out quickly. Ogletree's going to be blocking this time for Demetrius Brooks to set up 4th down and 2. So another 4th down and 2 now, this time for Harris County.
Yeah, you can see that time it was Ogletree coming in motion, him kind of being the blocker for Brooks. Mixed it up a little bit. And you see Harris County wanting to go for it right here. That power backfield.
Play clock down to 10. Handoff is to Bishop Adams. He breaks it to the outside, breaks a tackle, but finally taken now, but not before. Another Harris County first down.
You saw once he kicked it to the outside, just Bishop being Bishop, getting them legs churning. He's a load, and he's starting to make the moves back there, getting more comfortable at the running back position. He's not just being that wrecking ball anymore. He's finding a way to get to the outside and getting more yardage.
I want to say great job by both marching bands in their performance at halftime, Rick Beach. Always love watching them. And good job by both cheerleaders. Again, they just set the atmosphere and make football what it is.
Absolutely.
Great job by all those students. There's Olson. Olson got a burst and loses his helmet. And obviously, Harris County coaches are a bit confused why they don't see a yellow flag. And it's going to be close to a Tigers first down. He's a hard runner, and he's very elusive and quick, Rick Beach.
And he's a great option, you know, opposite of Bishop. When you get Bishop, you know you're getting north and south. Christian ain't afraid of contact. He loves the contact, but he's got the ability to kick it out and get plus yardage with his speed. And you mentioned the band and the cheerleading. We were just talking at halftime, you know, the support, that's support as a football team, and, you know, they had to take their Saturday and change their plans around and come up here, and it's, you know, great both of them did that.
Hand off to Bishop Adams. Bishop Adams gets another Harris County first down.
Bishop Adams for first down.
And this is kind of what happened when Carver and Northside played each other, Rick Beach. Carver was able to move the football at will by running it. Again, it was not a high-scoring game, but Carver was able to do whatever they want offensively, and that was predicated on having a dominant run. And Harris County just living in plus territory seems like every time they touch the football.
Yeah, it's a physicality. That's what separates Harris County from a lot of teams. We saw them do it when they played Carver, and then when you saw Carver was able to do it with Northside, you knew what the plan was going to be when, you know, Northside came up here today.
That's why it was such a shock what we saw last week against Jonesboro. Teasley, another handoff to Bishop Adams, and Bishop Adams makes it 2nd down and 5.
On the carry.
I also want to shout out and give a nice plug to Kona Ice, because it seems like they're almost at every single ball game, and they're out here too at Harris County, especially on a kind of a hot day today. Get you a Kona Ice.
We know on Friday nights I look over there and I think it's blue lights all the time when you see them.
Right.
The LEDs going off, so it's nice. But, you know, they're more needed now, the heat from the day. Although it's a good breeze, that sun is beating down on these people.
Olson now in the game at running back, and he'll get the football, and Olson knocks a man's helmet off from Northside. No, actually his helmet came off.
He's pointing at the sideline needing a different helmet, I guess.
But he ran the football hard there. Sets up 2nd down and short.
I think it just sets the tone of this rivalry, what it means.
3rd down.
100%. You better buckle up them chin straps when this Northside and Harris County get together.
We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you're liking and you're subscribing. You don't have to go and search. You'll get a notification letting you know we're live. That's the point of the like and the subscribe button.
In the fall, that's a lot. We're doing a lot of stuff in the fall, which is great for the sports outside of football.
Exactly. This week alone, we did 5 football games. 1 today, 1 last night, 4 today. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, bringing you coverage everywhere. Bishop Adams now back in the game on 3rd and short, and he'll get the football and get tackled immediately, but enough for the first down.
You see, if you're moving that way already, just, you know, twist your body around, turn, fall forward, and you'll get the first down. That's what he was able to do.
And that brings up a Christ Chapel Hamilton first down for the Tigers.
See if Olson strapped that helmet up a little bit tighter. Already 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Thrift, you said these games move fast.
And these drives specifically take a ton of game clock off. Olson in the backfield, the 2 power backs. Olson breaks free, busts loose. Another helmet comes off. This time it is from a north side. It seems like a helmet flies off every time Olson runs the football. But they're not going to get player of the game. But the 2 guys, the 2 lead blockers for Harris County, number 83
Yeah, that's Sappington wearing 83, then Parker Rolling, who normally is at left tackle coming back there to lead block. We saw Milton last week.
They are doing a great job, no matter who the running back's been, of allowing them, plus the offensive line, have these big holes to get through.
Well, what you're seeing Harris County do, they're taking Will Drew, who's the H-back, sliding him at tackle. Then they got Gabe coming in at the other tackle on the left side, then just sliding the tackle back to fullback. So you're having 2 offensive linemen in the backfield. Now you have a big Josh Jones back there. That's a lot of mass in the backfield.
He's only had 1 carry today. Now make it 2. And this second one, he runs over a man, carrying the Northside Patriots pile, and he goes in for 6. Touchdown, Harris County. Josh Jones gets some love, a former Alex County All-State Player of the Game, Rick Beach.
Yeah, Josh Jones, you saw right there, you know, a 15, 16-year-old kid being asked to tackle Josh Jones is a lot to ask. And right there you saw why, as he come through there like a freight train, and they couldn't do nothing but hold on to him as he drug the whole Northside defense in the end zone.
20-0. Harris County on top, 2:55. They took, again, over 6 minutes of game time. Every single drive. Handoff here, handoff there, maybe a pass every now and then, but just straight up man-on-man football, and Tommy Watson's team is up 21-0.
Yeah, this game plan just played out perfectly for Coach Watson and his Tigers. This is what they want to do, get the lead, you know, force the backup quarterback at Northside, Braxton Wilkinson, as good as he is, you know, just force him in these passing situations, make Northside nickel and dime you down the field. They haven't been able to, and Harris County's just been able to drive the ball down Northside's throat.
If you're Northside, you're down 3 scores. You need some explosive plays. You need to try to start going deep in the passing game, which you've done, effectively found Kingston Rivers several times. But then now it seems like he's the only option in passing down situations, which you saw almost an interception on that last drive.
Yeah, well, for Harris County, you mentioned earlier the D-Rock Brooks blitz packages. They haven't been able to do it as much today, but they're able to get pressure without it. You got DBs with experience in Cunningham, Brooks, and Ogletree. And here comes a little pooch kick.
And that one is going to be returned. And there's an actual pretty decent-sized hole there for Jaden Jackson, who gets a nice return, and Northside will start at their own 42-yard line.
Ole Miss has missed a field goal with 48 seconds remaining in the game. Kentucky 20, Ole Miss 17.
So we just got, as you heard, it's college football Saturday.
Absolutely.
And Kentucky looks like they may be on their way to upsetting Ole Miss. And I don't know if you know, Rick Beach, there's a pretty big game tonight.
Yeah.
It's Georgia and Alabama. Me and Richard had our picks on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. You'll get Rick's in the 4th quarter. We'll make you stay around so you can hear who he's got. Wilkinson, hand off to Jay Jackson, and Jay Jackson's going to be thrown down, and I think, yep, they're going to get a face mask on Josh Jones.
Flag on the play.
I think every official up here threw a flag on that one.
He was in the backfield, made a good play, just got his hand around the face mask, and that's going to be 15 yards and a first down for Northside. We're going to check some scores. Around,
Face mask called against Harris County.
in the region that Harris County and Northside are in.
First and 10 for the Patriots on Harris County's 43-yard line.
SARS Mill and Monday's Mill, their game got rescheduled to Monday. SARS Mill is the only undefeated team left in this region. Wilkinson gonna look deep. He's got a man open, but overshoots him. Jaron Joyner was open there, Rick. And just, you've seen that several times with Wilkinson. He just overshoots them. And that's obviously nerves, experience, and this guy's got a lot of talent, got an incredible arm, but just overthrows his intended target.
And you mentioned the play before, Josh Jones is in the backfield on the handoff, so he knows his defensive line is coming. And he just, I think they're in his head a little bit on how quick they're getting to him, throwing his timing off on these throws.
And they're going to hand it off, and Jackson gets hit immediately in the backfield by your guy, Bishop Adams.
Bishop Adams.
Yeah, Bishop trying to do it all tonight.
No gain on the play.
Big play from him. By the way, a big game coming up between two 1-0 teams in the region. Central of Carrollton, they take on Jonesboro. That game got moved to Monday, Rick Beach. So we'll be keeping an eye on that game. This is Northside's first region game of the season. Harris County trying to get back to 500 and go to 5-1. Northside trying to go to 4-1 and 1-0 in region play. They're down 21-0. 3rd and long for Wilkinson and the Patriots.
Here comes P.J. Sterling.
Wilkinson's going to fire deep. Got a man open and out of bounds. Good catch, though, by Cash.
Yeah.
And he was out of bounds, so it's going to be 4th down.
Pass intended to Cash, caught out of bounds.
And it's 4th and long, and obviously you're going for it. You're down 21-0.
Yeah, just a minute 33 left here in the 3rd.
Final score, Kentucky 20, Ole Miss 17.
So the Ole Miss Rebels are taken down by Kentucky.
Maybe Kentucky wasn't that bad when Georgia played them a couple
Maybe
weeks ago.
South Carolina's pretty good, and maybe there's at least 12 teams. If they go in any other conference other than the Big Ten, they win.
Oh, yeah.
Heck, even Barringer will be competitive in the ACC. 4th down and long. What can Wilkinson do here? Good blocking up front. Fires and intercepted. What a one-handed catch from Ogletree. But I'm wondering if they're going to get pass interference.
Looks like they are the way that official's running in.
Blaze Barber was the intended target for Northside, but I think they're going to get a push in the back there, Rick, by one of the Harris County defenders.
You give Northside a little bit of a break, another breath of life, because you figured Harris County was ready to try to put a cap on this thing, because we mentioned last year how they drove the ball to end that game.
So
why it's so important to get this within 2 possessions for Northside.
So that is an automatic 1st down.
And that's two 15-yard penalties for Harris County on this drive. You've given 30 yards to Northside to get them to the 30-yard line.
But how about that one-handed catch, though?
Yeah, Demetrius had a great
Brooks
play on that one.
Trying to show up. Is that Uncle?
Yeah.
D-Rock. 1st down. At the 30. And Bishop Adams just comes in untouched. That may have been intentional grounding.
Yeah, they're going to talk it out. Let's see if the White Hat drops a flag. The ball didn't make it to the line of scrimmage.
And there it is.
Flag on the play.
So that's going to be intentional grounding. Great job, Bishop Adams. I'm going to credit him for the sack there.
Yeah.
I think someone's in the wheelhouse of maybe getting another Alex Quinney All-State Player of the Game, Good Hands Player of the Game.
I'll tell you a story real quick on giving out the awards. I gave out the first week to Rand Ogletree when he won it, and Bishop asked me what I was doing, and I showed him. He said, "Ooh, I want one of those." And the next week he got one, and then he told me when he got that one, he said, "I want me another one." So Alex Quinney, he's going to try to cost you some money putting his name on them. But these things do mean a lot to these kids. That's what people got to understand. What Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Kudzu Sports is fortunate enough to do for these kids up here, Georgia Alabama, for everybody in the region, is this means the world to these kids to turn on YouTube, turn on Facebook, and see this stuff.
And thank you to Alex Quinney, a supporter that's buying these plaques to be able to give to these kids. Riley Huckabee, the softball great, she'll be getting one next week. Abby Lovell from Northside, another softball great, and that's going to be another 5-yard penalty on Northside. Jaron Joyner took off running before the football was snapped.
Coming out of the box quick.
False start called against the Patriots.
You know, when that happens, you have to think it was his number being called. That's why he's in such a hurry to try to get a jump on the defense and getting excited to have the ball thrown to him. 9 times out of 10 when you send off wide receiver take off early, it was his call on the play call.
So 2nd down and a mile
Yeah.
after they were starting at the 30. Wilkinson always looks to the sideline before taking the snap. Wilkinson trying to set up a screen, and good one-handed catch by Jay Jackson. Jackson's got blockers in front, trying to make a move, but Cunningham gets a handle on him, and all that for basically a 4-yard gain, and it's still 2nd down and or 3rd down now and over 20 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 23 for the Patriots.
3rd down and 23. Play clock going down to 30 seconds left. Game clock going down to 30 seconds left in the quarter. Northside. Wilkinson, another screen. Rivers hit immediately, thrown down.
P.J. Sterling coming in there.
Was all over that play was Sterling.
Sterling on the tackle.
And they're going to let the clock go to 0. Northside adds a touchdown. They extend their lead to 3 scores. Harris County, as we head to the 4th quarter. Tigers on top of the Patriots, 21-0 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons, discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons, discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC offers popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big, heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s, discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
4th down and 20. Wilkinson and the Patriots. Last time they had 4th down and long, it was a pass interference. They're in that same position now. Wilkinson, a lot of time, now has pressure, finds an open man in Rivers. Not able to get a hand on it.
Pass incomplete.
And that's all because of the pressure coming right in his face. Riley Hastings coming up the middle from defensive tackle position, forces the throw before Braxton wants to throw it, gets it incomplete, and Harris County dodged a bullet on that one because he was open and able to get the first down. That ball hits him in his numbers.
I also think Rivers may have misread that too just a little bit, but it was overshot. And Northside turnover on downs, and the Tigers would love nothing more than a 7-minute 15-play touchdown drive right here. Good run by Bishop Adams.
Bishop Adams on the carries. He picks up.
He's got to be getting
yards
close
for
to the
Tigers.
century mark now,
Yeah.
seems like.
They're just running that clock down. Trotter still over on the sideline with Coach Watson getting the play call. You see him just jogging out there, no urgency. Still got 20 seconds on the play clock.
Bishop Adams gets the handoff, pushes his blockers that are in front of him, and then falls forward for a Tigers first down.
Bishop Adams on the carry.
And that's the way they want to get them by a yard, less than a yard. Move those chains and do it again.
First down for the Tigers.
You seeing Coach Watson down here
He's
around the 45 talking to Trotter.
He's pretty emphatic on we are going to take as much time as we need. Christian Olsen's going to take the football and get hit immediately. Good tackle by the linebacker from Northside. Noah Klein, the sophomore. Second down and 8.
We see Rand walking out there. We haven't seen him on offense really. Early in the game, we saw him catching the screen. And we've seen him come out there and block a little bit for Demetrius on that screen.
Correction, second down.
This hasn't been a game where Rand Ogletree's skill set's been as needed.
Which has got to be a good sign.
Oh, yeah.
It makes Harris County more.
Well, when he's on the field right now, he's taking at least one person away from the run.
He is in the game right now. Teasley takes the snap.
Screen.
Looking, throws a pump fake. You would have thought maybe Ogletree would have took off running there, but maybe miscommunication. Third down now.
It wasn't there. He just threw that one out of bounds.
Which is a smart decision. Live another day, as they'd like to say.
I wouldn't expect to see anything. Maybe run right here, set up a 4th and short. Being on the plus side of the field, go ahead and try to get half of the yardage on the run, then try it again on the 4th down play.
Olsen looking, firing. Hudson, nice play there by Travis Wakefield to knock it away. 4th down. And I will say for Northside, they have had, obviously the ball moved on them and they've gave up 3 touchdowns, but they've been out there a majority of the game.
Yeah.
And they haven't given up any explosive plays. But if you're Harris County, you're okay with that because you'll take, 8 yards in a cloud of dust?
That's what Harris County likes to do. They don't live and die on explosive plays. I mean, they're always nice to get. And against Jonesboro, it was definitely a detriment. But Demetrius is going to try to pin them back right here because you know Mr. Rivers is going to try to get a big return to get some momentum going for Northside.
And good punt from Brooks. Rivers, it was the one set to return. He's going to let it bounce, and they're going to down it at the 11 with 9:15 remaining. If Northside's going to make a miracle, they need to make something happen on this drive.
Yeah, they got to do it on this drive right here because you come away with a turnover or punt this drive, you're really going to have your back up against the wall.
Coming up on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, again, Kudzu Sports Show tomorrow, 6. Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show, 7:30. CB Hoops Perfect Practice Fall League. That starts at 4, 5, and 6, and then we do it all over again next week. We got softball, we got volleyball playoffs, and then we potentially got another quadruple header on Friday. Call me crazy, but that's what we do here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and I think all my guys would call me crazy. But they're crazy with me because they enjoy doing it too. Wilkinson takes a snap, hands it off to Jackson. That was a little bit of did a spin move in the pocket, but spent right into a good handoff and a nice gain for Jay Jackson.
Yeah, it looked like he did a spin or two. You find the running back, and he got it. Might have been the first. Now going to be close, 2nd and short.
I got to ask, Rick, Georgia or Alabama, where are you going?
Well, now seeing Kentucky wasn't a bad defense, you got to think Georgia's got to, their defense ain't give up a touchdown. It's going to be a tough game. I'd like to say Georgia going to win, but I still like having that Larry Munson approach. Little old Georgia ain't got a chance.
Right. Second down and short. And fake handoff, firing it. Caught. First down by Caden Barber. And Barber gets another +10 after he caught it. And that's going to be a Northside first down.
And that's what Harris County is going to give you. You got to get 3 scores with 8 minutes to go in the game, 8.5 minutes to go. They're going to sit in these zones, give you the ball, catch it, tackle you, and let you run the clock out on yourself. If you're Harris County, no explosives, nothing behind you, keeping in front of you, make the tackle.
I know if you're Northside, the last thing you want to be is shut out again. Wilkinson gets it out to Trent Cash. Cash makes one man miss in Cunningham and then still pushes forward for another 3 or 4 yards, set up second down and short. I like what I've seen from the receivers from Northside when they do get the football and get yards after the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 2 for the Patriots.
Wilkinson is going to hand it off to Rivers. Rivers is going to be hit and gains maybe forward progress, gives him a yard. 3rd and short.
Rivers on the carry.
Thank you again to Rick Knight, the State Farm agent, insurance agent for everybody here in Harris County. I know you love Rick Knight. He's a proud supporter and presenting sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Harris County Athletics.
Yeah, he's a staple of the community. As long as I can remember, I've talked to a lot of people, and they've all agreed, as long as they can remember, pulling into Hamilton on the square, you can see Rick Knight's smiling face on the signs, his office over there on the left just coming in. So, it's, he's just been a staple of the community for years.
Give him a call for your insurance quote today as Rivers gets nothing there.
Rivers on the carry.
Thank you again to Terry Johnson Agency and State Farm, Carroll Purdue,
Johnson leading the tackle
for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Carroll, insurance agent in Phoenix City, and Terry Johnson in Columbus, serving the community for over 30 years. Thank you to Morehouse School of Medicine, Alex Quinney, Allstate Agency, for their support. Masterwall, if you need interior, exterior, commercial, doesn't matter, distribution, the Masterwall is the place for you. A national brand, but a community feel. 4th down, handoff, Jackson makes a nice juke move, runs over a man, and falls forward for a first down. Nice hard run there from Jackson.
Yeah, you're seeing the only way they can get, any kind of movement in the running game this drive has been trying to get outside. Harris County's done a good job of trying to contain that on that run, designed to get out there to the outside was just too much, and they were able to get the first down. But like we mentioned, for Harris County, that's okay. Now you're down to 6.5 minutes to go, and Northside still hasn't reached midfield.
Wilkinson. Rivers hits hard, but holds on to the football. We've seen that several times.
Pass complete to Kingston Rivers.
Zaxby's. Thank you to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's. I want a kick and chicken sandwich right now. And they're sponsor of what we do. And me and Rick are literally drinking a Pepsi. He likes Mountain Dew, but I gave him a Pepsi this time. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live, a presenting sponsor. They support everything community. There is a timeout. Harris County, which will allow me some time to give some more thanks out there, like Gordy Eye Care. Thank you to Griff Gordy for being a presenting sponsor. How about Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC? I was just there today. The people there are so nice. Customer service is through the roof. They got a top-notch service station. They got ultimate great deals. Good credit, bad credit, they're going to take care of you. That's why everybody says when they leave there, Rick Beach, what do they leave with?
A smile.
So that's why they say get ready to smile. So thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for their support of what we do. Rick, also thank you to B. Shears Kubota. Call Joe Dasher at 334-203-1322. Thank you to Pastor Randy Huff of Christ Chapel, Hamilton. Services every Sunday at 10:30, and you're welcome. come out there and hang out with everyone from Christ Chapel. Also, thank you to DMCS, Derek Moxley. I like to call him Derek Garrity. Contact him for all your concrete needs. And, Rick, you'll give out some more thank yous here in just a little bit. But thank you to Derek Moxley, Concrete Services, for support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Kudzu Sports. Riley looking, tosses it out. Rivers catches it, but it was out of bounds. Third down.
Yeah, you can see, the last couple of weeks, Harris County been on the road. We've been fortunate enough to go with them, but it wouldn't have been possible without the sponsors that we were able to get. Whistling Pig in Pine Mountain, or as we call it, the Pig. We had Sturdy Buildings in Hamilton, Lisa Scully Real Estate, Moss and Son Feed, CaroliteColin.org, Roadrunner Roofing, and Bass Electrical. Those people all stepped up, said, hey, we need to get Harris County football to the county. What's it going to take? And, we were able to do it. We got more road games in the future. If you're interested, hey, reach out.
Please.
We'd love to throw you on the screen and get these boys on the stream as much as we can.
And that's going to be push for another Northside first down this time. Good job by Jay Jackson. Clock's at 5:30.
And we mentioned this is what Harris County will let you do. They'll let you run the clock out on yourself if you want to take 3 plays, run the ball, short passes to get the first down. That's fine. Harris County's not, they don't want the chunk plays and onside kicks and craziness.
DMCS, Derek Moxley, Concrete Services.
Carver beating Hardaway 42-0. So Carver won today, Shaw won today, and Pacelli won today. And it looks like now Harris County is going to be that other victorious team from around the area. Wilkinson looking under duress and throws it, and it's going to be intercepted by Rand Ogletree. And Ogletree is going to be upended, but nice job by Ogletree. He was.
Interception.
There is a flag.
Ogletree on the interception. Big play for the Tigers.
Flag over here on the tackle as well.
But Wilkinson overshot his intended target and able to make a great play on it was Ogletree. But the guy, number 22, Bishop Adams, Rick, he was there trying to make another play. He made Wilkinson rush that throw.
Got some youth coming out there. I don't know who number 8. I don't have him on our roster. That's a number change. Harris County's defense still on the field. They're pretty confident on what the call is.
So it's going to be roughing the passer, it seems like.
Yeah, the flag sitting a couple yards out of bounds where Braxton ran out.
And they're going to get that on Bishop then. Sideline warning on Northside.
So that wipes out the interception. But there's 4:45 to go in the game. Oh, so it's a double. So that's a 30-yard penalty.
So Northside's going to stay on the field. The interception is going to be negated. And penalties killed Harris County here in the second half, Rick, on several fourth down plays right there on third down.
That's the biggest plays you've allowed has been your penalties. I mean, that's a chunk play. That's a 15-yard play. And you've given up 4 15-yard penalties in this half on 2 drives.
4:46.
That's 60 yards you've given up on 2 drives this half.
And this was a 30-yard penalty. So they're going – and because of the penalty, 3 penalties all on Harris County. It's going to set them up at the 15 now for Wilkinson and the Patriots, 4:46. Now there's some jawing going on between the two teams. Referee's trying to stop that right now. After all that, we got football.
And now a timeout. We're waiting on an official. He was still 65 miles behind the play at the other line of scrimmage.
Now we'll play football. Toss to Jay Jackson. Jackson being chased and runs over Cunningham. And another 8-yard gain from Jay Jackson. Second down and short.
John Jackson on the carry.
4.5 minutes to go. You're looking.
You still got 3 timeouts, but obviously you're going to have to onside kick. You're down 3 scores. So
it almost seems Northside's more content on just breaking up the shutout and going back to Columbus with points than actually trying to, do something insane with all these points in a small amount of time.
And he's going to hand it off to Jackson. Jackson still pushing. Right at the marker. I think he's going to be short, so it's going to be
Jackson
3rd down.
on the carry. Tackle led by Nolan Johnson. 3rd and 1 for the Patriots.
Clock still running. Less than 3.5 minutes. Wilkinson is going to hand it off again. And Adams. No, that's not Bishop Adams. Excuse me. Trying to see his number 33.
Carter Myers.
Myers on the tackle. And they give him the first down?
I don't think so.
Garner on the carry, tackle by Carter Myers.
So it's 4th down and short now. And Wilkinson's actually going to come out of the game, so it looks like this may be a wildcat to either Rivers or Jackson.
You see a big fullback come in.
Noah Klein.
Traditional looking fullback too, with the neck roll and all.
Jackson will be the quarterback. Rivers beside him. High snap. And Jackson's trying to make a play and not going to get a first down, but there is a flag.
Jackson on the keeper. There's a flag on the play.
Let's see who this is on. And that is going to be on Northside. So penalty's going to be declined.
The penalty is declined.
Bad snap, put Jackson in trouble. He tried to make something out of nothing. And it looks like Harris County is going to hold for the shutout.
Yeah, this kills me. You see it a lot of times in these college and high school games. You haven't run a play the entire game, a different person catching the snap, then you decide to do it on a 4th and short where you expect just to take the safe route, something you've done before. You try to get a little too fancy, goes up over his head, and turn it over. That's Olsen with a run, got about 7, 8 yards.
Our athletic director, Whitney Johnson, would like to
by Christian Olsen, and now it's time for the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, and he is
Double deuce. Bishop Adams. What a game he had defensively. A couple boneheaded plays on the personal foul that wiped out an interception, but the running game that he had today. What did you think about your first time really seeing Bishop at the running back?
I love what I saw from him, and he reminds me of last year's Carter Judah for Glenwood. Again, not breakaway speed, but just pounding. Jacob Hester-like, remember from LSU at 1,000 yards for that national championship winning team. I like Bishop Adams, and then obviously you know how dominant he is on the defensive line. You got two guys that are just playmakers, and there goes Olsen, and now Olsen makes a man miss. Olsen still on his feet, breaks a tackle, and that will do it. As They're nailing the coffin shut. Harris County's going to win back-to-back times over rival Northside. Big run there from Olson, but back to Bishop Adams, man. Ran Ogletree. These guys are playing offense and defense and doing it at a high level. I mean, to have one player is unique. To have two, really three with Demetrius Brooks, it's pretty incredible, man.
Yeah, I mean, you look at both the running backs today, Christian Olson and Bishop playing defense and offense. Ran Ogletree, obviously Demetrius Brooks coming in doing both. They've ran, before this game, we had offensive linemen going back and forth at defensive tackle. It's just incredible to see. Now you see tight ends moving the offensive lineman coming back to fullback. See the victory formation for the county is they have to do it one more time unless.
And that's the favorite position of any coach. But Harris County coming back after taking their licks last week. People started questioning, all right, are they vulnerable? They started undefeated, and they put that to rest now. Big win. They needed this. Northside, this is only their first loss in region play. They still have a chance, but now you're a game behind Harris County. If you're Harris County, if you would have lost this, you'd have been 2 games behind, already 0-2. You didn't want that. So a big win for the Harris County Tigers, 21-0.
Yeah, remember both Northside and Harris County's coming from a 4-team region to multiple teams. And the 5-team region, 4 make the playoffs, and you had Drew in the region.
Yeah.
Everybody knew they were going to make the playoffs. Now both of these teams got a fight and claw to get that 3 or 4 seed.
Coach Orpe's team goes to 3-2. They still have a lot left in front of them. They can still make the playoffs. Remember the top 4 teams. I think Northside's got everything to play for them. I think they can still make the playoffs, and they should make the playoffs, and I think they will. But today belongs to Harris County. They have not lost a game on this field in 2 years. The last time they did, I think, would have been probably one of these Northside team or someone else in the region these past couple of seasons. But big win for Harris County and Tommy Watson.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed coming back after that loss, the heartbreaking loss, a game that you really felt Harris County felt like they should have won. They were in control of it, just couldn't ever get it going. Too many self-inflicted wounds involved. So this is exactly, they won it, but their style, the way they wanted to win it, and it was just a big win for Coach Watson and the entire Harris County Tiger football team.
Well, we had a lot of fun. Rick Beach, thank you so much for what you do, man. You'll hear him coming up this Monday with Harris County, and then next week, Harris County and Griffin. Rick Beach will be here on the call. But I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Zaxby's. Thank you to Pepsi. Thank you to Terry Johnson. Thank you to Glenn Smith. Thank you to Alex Quinney, All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. State Farm, Carol Purdue. Of course, Gordy Eye Care, Master Wall. And also thank you to DMCS. Thank you to Christ Chapel. And thank you to Beach Airs Kubota. Everybody that supports what we do would not be possible without y'all. But from Rick Beach, I'm Thrift Barringer saying thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your football Saturday. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Tigers win 21-0.